Hi, I'm Kathy Warner and I'm a literacy coach.
I'm Mary Beth Cook. I'm a literacy coach.
We work with all the K-4 teachers in the Kingston district, and it's a big job and it's evolved over time.
We go in and we collaborate with teachers and we try to help them organize their centers to be differentiated to meet the needs of all the students in their class. We're seeing now a visual of a teacher doing a guided reading lesson with her students and all the other students actively engaged in purposeful activities.
The focus is on that individual student, and if you talk to the teachers who were here before and after, I think you'll find that they feel they know their students so much more, so much better, and are so better able to meet their needs.
I'm John Hambred. I am a 3rd and 4th grade instructional coach for mathematics. We spent quite a bit of time the last 2 years taking the curriculum that the state gave out and modifying it to really fit Kingston and our students. Our STAR scores have consistently gone up the last 4 years as we've been implementing the state curriculum and then working to modify it to make it more user-friendly. And we've seen really good results with our math scores.
What I really liked about working with Jonathan is that he came into the classroom and took the time to get to know all of my students before we met together to figure out what he could do to help our classroom run more smoothly. My classroom has a very wide range of abilities, so he was able to sit down and help me look at the curriculum that we're given by the district to figure out how we can meet every student's needs.
When you look in the classroom, students are working in small groups, they're on computers, and the teacher is often working with students more at their targeted level, which means that you have built-in ways to do remediation and enrichment.
So one of the things that I find really helpful is I will go in and model teaching, and oftentimes make a fool of myself and make mistakes, and I think it's really helpful for teachers to see that it's okay to be goofy and it's okay to have fun and it's okay to make mistakes. You just say, oh, I don't know the answer to that question, kids, I'm gonna have to look that up for you. So just that permission to fail, basically, and dust yourself off and try again, or fail and look and say, where did I go wrong? What can I fix for next time? You know, that's I think maybe the most powerful thing that I can offer to a teacher.
My name is Anna Zivian, and I'm the instructional coach for grades 5 and 6 for humanities. Right now, within the model that we're working with 2 different teachers, usually at the same grade level, for 2 cycles. We set an instructional goal and then we create an action plan for how we're going to work together. I definitely have a growth mindset around teaching. I feel like we can never reach a plateau of perfection within our craft, that we're always working to improve, because I think it's really important to be reflective so that you can grow.
Personally, I've taken on a new way of thinking about how I want to get information to students. Instead of being a teacher-centered instruction, I'm trying more and more often to have it become a student-centered instruction. So I think it's absolutely changed my style of teaching, and it's also changing how the students learn as well.
I'm Amy Carlson, and I am the Secondary Humanities Instructional Coach for Kingston. Through this coaching model, our district is providing our students with the most progressive teaching approaches out there.
We've been focusing on inquiry-based learning, where we pose a question to the students, and it's a question that's not easily answered. Some of them get really into it and get really passionate about it, because it's not like they're just sitting there being passive learners. They're totally immersed in the research and coming up with the answers themselves.
When to hear other people's opinion, you get stronger. You know more about the thing, so you can defend your argument better.
I don't think any conference or book that we read about professional development could compare to being hands-on in the classroom, trying things out with the students, supporting each other as we're doing so.
I love the creativity and the possibilities that coaching opens up. So every collaboration, every classroom is different, and when we work on an activity together and see it sort of come alive in the classroom with students, it's just really, really great.
I get to go into all these classrooms and see all the amazing things that teachers are doing and learn from that and then share that with everyone else.
I think the instructional coaching is a huge resource for teachers, whether you're a new teacher, whether you're a veteran teacher, because our coaches are people that we can bounce ideas off of and lesson plans off of. We get new ideas, we get new approaches, and we can really meet the needs of every student in our classroom.
I worked with Amy. I tend to be very structured with the writing, and she taught me a lot of things that maybe were a little different, out of my comfort zone. I had a very detailed format that the kids had to follow and checklists. What I discovered with Amy's help was that kids were so focused on that structure. Did I do this? Did I do that? Instead of just openly and freely writing. And writing is a mess. It's supposed to be sloppy. They're like, Miss Owen, but this is sloppy. I'm like, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We're gonna do this together. We're gonna be sloppy together. And I did notice that they were freer. They let go in their writing a lot more than worried about that checklist that they had to follow for the writing. And in some kids it may not have been spot on, but that's okay. It was more or less that they were writing and they actually enjoyed writing. So that was, for me, was more of an accomplishment than not feeling that way.